Hi friends, it's Becky, and today I am finally getting a chance to create using this crazy lace agate stone that I got in the last Gemstone Orphanage subscription box. I've had it for like about a month and I haven't made anything yet with it yet, but it was full of all of these fun beads. If you want to see all of the things that came in it, you can watch my unboxing. I'll put that in the description below and you'll be able to see all of the things that came with that. But I wanted to take my gorgeous gemstone with my little window right here that you can see into this little clear spot. That is so cool. I want to take them and some of the rounds. These are the 8mm crazy lace agate rounds, and these cubes, these were the 6mm cubes, also crazy lace agate. I wanted to put them together with these mother of pearl rounds. These are 4mm mother of pearl rounds. And because we got so many culottes, they're these clamshell things, and this one in particular, it's a little clamshell with a clasp attached to it. I wanted to do some knotting. So I'm going to be doing this necklace completely with Chinese knotting cord. I'm going to be attaching the pendant to it. I'm going to be knotting all of the beads along, and then we'll be closing it using these culottes, and we'll have ourselves a necklace when we are done with it. So I'm going to be doing some knotting today. So this guy's name is Irving. He's my little friend, and we're going to be making with him, and I'm just trying to decide right now which color of knotting cord I want to use, because I had just a little package that had several like earthy colors that it came in, and I picked these ones out to see which one would look best, and I'm kind of leaning really hard towards this like earthy orangey red color because I think it would just look fantastic, this little pop of color in between each of the beads. And we've got that color in the stone too. So I think I'm leaning more towards this. Now this is nylon knotting cord. It is 0.8mm. I'm decided I'm going to use this one. It is 0.8mm. I'll put a link in the description to where I bought it from. It's just a little pack I got from Amazon, and it has all this in there. And because it's nylon, I should be able to sort of melt the end a little bit to make it easier to string these onto the cord when we go to knot them. So I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. But the tools that I'm going to be using right now is I've got my little awl for doing my knotting. I've got some scissors for cutting my cord. I've got these chain nose pliers, and I'm only going to use those when I get to the end of it just to close these culottes. And I've got, what else have I got? A little lighter for melting the end of my cord. So let me pull off how much cord I think I'm going to need. I'm just going to pull off a wingspan. I think that should be enough for both ends to knot up from the middle. If I need more, I will just re-record this. It may be too much. I may have some extra left over, but I would rather have too much than too little. So now I've got my cord. Let's go ahead and get my ends prepped. See how this is all like a little bit frayed right there? I'm going to grab the scissors again, and I'm just going to cut this at a bit of an angle, like that. Good. And then grab my lighter, very gently sort of melt the end, and use my fingers while it's still like that to straighten it out. Now I'm just going to check and see if that is going to make it easier to go through these holes. And it looks like I may need to struggle a little bit with that, so let's try that again. It's entirely possible that I might need to use like a double or a wide eye needle or something to string this on. So let me try it with this. Okay, so I am going to be able to string that on there and it shouldn't fray while I'm doing it. Let me get the other end done. Nope, that's too fat. Okay. I had a little bit of a bulbous end on there. That's going to go great into the holes on there. All right, so now that I have both of these ends burned down, I am going to, how do I want this? Let's go through like this. I'm going to try and get both of these ends through the hole on my gemstone. Try to go through one at a time, two at a time. Not sure how this is going to work. Actually, this might be where I need a wide-eye needle to get both of these through the hole in the gemstone. Yep, I'm going to try that because I'm trying to get both of those in there, and there's room, but it's hard to get both ends in at the same time. So I'm just going to put on a wide-eyed beading needle. For right now. There we go. And I'm just going to sacrifice this needle. I don't need it anymore after this. There we go. Now the trick is to get it to just the middle of that, so let's put our ends together. That's too much. I almost undid all of that work. What was that sacrifice that I did? The other one. I just want it to be in the middle, that's all. So, pull on that end. There we go. That straightened it out. All right, and now I've got this loop. I'm going to take both ends through here, and it's just going to be a little lark's head knot right here at the top of this stone. And I'm going to do one side and then the other. So I'm going to just move this guy out of the way. I'm also going to just kind of get these guys moved out of the way since I don't need them. Yet. Wait a minute, there was supposed to be a guy here. There we go. And that's the order that I want these to go in. So I think what I should do here is maybe do a knot. I'm just going to do an overhand knot so that this doesn't shift around. So this is more secure. Could probably do a more fancier knot, but I think this is going to be pretty good to start off with. This guy down here. And I'm just going to do an overhand knot on each of these individual cords on their own. And I'm just using my fingernails to slide that knot close to where the other knot is while I tighten it. And then another knot on this end. There we go. So I've got the big knot and then two other knots on either side. Move that one out of the way, and I'm going to just work on this end, going up from there. So I'm going to string on a bead, put it down next to that knot, and then I'm going to tie an overhand knot and push this knot down next to that bead. And I can use my fingernails for it, or I could use that beading awl that I've got. Because the beading awl can help me slide that knot down next to that bead. I just want to make sure that knot is smushed right up against it, like that. And then I can string on my next bead. Like that. Overhand knot. Pushing with my fingernails against the bead. And there's the next knot and the next bead secured. I'm just going to continue like this, stringing on my beads and making knots until I get to the end of this strand. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other strand, like the exact same one. Whatever I do on one side, I will do on the other. And then once I've got all of my beads strung, I'll show you how to close it using that culotte. If you guys were not aware, the folks at Homestrung Jewelry, that's who does the Gemstone Orphanage subscription, they are having a gemstone adoption auction next week. So it'll be a week from today that they're doing it. They have a preview on their channel. You have to be a subscriber to their channel to participate. And apparently there's going to be a little change in the auction format, which should be pretty fun, pretty exciting. I think they want to make it so that everybody can get a chance to get some of the gemstones. I have an unboxing that I did with two of my lots that I won, two of the gemstones at the last adoption auction, the midsummer one, or was it early summer? I don't know. I can't remember what it was called, but it was really fun, and I'm going to be there next week making a bid. It's just a couple of days before my birthday, so I want to get myself a birthday gemstone. So I'm going to be doing that. But yeah, if you want to check it out, I'll also put a link to my unboxing so you can see sort of what some of the things that come with those gemstones are, because while you don't get as many things in their dress up bag as you get with the subscription, subscription costs more, and it usually has quite a few things in it, but you do get a lot of things in the auction bags that make it really easy to create some fantastic jewelry with the gemstone that you purchase. So it's definitely worth checking them out. But I will obviously put links in the description to Homestrung Jewelry, where you can find out more about this subscription. It is a bi-monthly subscription, so every 2 months you get a gemstone and a dress-up bag. And it is one of my favorite subscriptions. I absolutely love it, and I love Steve and Debbie. I think they are fantastic, and just hanging out with them at the adoption auction, even if you don't buy anything, is lots of fun. A great way to spend your Saturday, in my opinion. So even if you don't plan on buying anything, it's worth it to just go and hang out with them while they are talking about the beads and making jokes and having a great time. That knot is not close enough to that bead, so I'm going to try and scooch it down a little bit closer. There we go. Well, that's good enough. So I'm going to continue knotting, and I will come back after I've finished this side and the other side, and we will finish this up with these culottes. Okay, now that I have both ends all knotted up and it is the length that I want it, I'm going to attach my closures by making a knot at the end. And I'm just going to go around my finger twice because I want it to be a fatter knot. So let's go through here. Go. And again, I just want to make sure my knot is close to, but not completely next to, this other knot here at the end. So I'm just going to use my awl. I'm going to give it my all to kind of scooch it down close to the end of it. Alright, well, and I'm okay with there being just a little bit of space there because I don't know how to fix that. I'm going to do that on both ends. Rub it twice around my finger. Guess I could untie it and do it again or something like that, but I don't think I need to. There we go. So again, it's a little bit of a larger knot. And then I'm going to cut the end of my cord, and I'm going to use some fire to melt it down so it doesn't fray. Come on, buddy. There we go. Do the same thing on this one. Okay, and I have quite a bit of knotting cord left, so you wouldn't need to, if you wanted to be a little bit longer than this, you wouldn't need to use very much more or any more cord than what I originally cut off. Alright, so there's going to be a little hole here at the bottom that the cord will go through, but hopefully the knot will not fit through. So let's go ahead and stick this in here like that. put this cord end in there and then squeeze this closed. And I might want to glue it. Let me see about gluing it. I like to put something down before I work with glue. I've got a little toothpick to help me apply this glue. And I'm using this, the Low Odor E6000 Plus. It is a good glue, but it doesn't have a smell. Right. It is a little tacky right here at the end. So I'm just going to clear that all away. Get myself a little bubble of glue to put in here with that knot, just so it'll stay. And now let's get another little bubble of glue. Just gonna put it in there. There. Oop. I should have had the thing in the pliers. That's a little more awkward than the other one. It slid off of it. Okay. But now it is closed. This is a really fun closure. And now I have a necklace. And it's pretty fun actually to do some knotting. It's kind of like, it can be a really meditative thing to do that. I'm probably going to go ahead and let this glue dry before I wear it. But I am quite happy with this. And again, I'll have links in the description to the cord, to the Gemstone Orphanage listing at the Homestrung Jewelry site. Go ahead and check out the Homestrung Jewelry YouTube channel, because that is where you can find out about the adoption auction that's coming up on the 3rd of August. And then I'll also put a link to this E6000 Plus glue. I love it. I'm so happy I found out about it. So I'll put a link to that too. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you later. Happy beading.